Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be trying out KKW Beauty. As you can see, as I wrote crookedly on the board. I have never tried anything from Kim Kardashian West's brand, obviously. Oh, that's a good question. I wonder if she's going to keep it as KKW Beauty now that... Anyway, I mostly picked up a lot of products from her Camo collection that came out very recently. This is her Camo Palette. I have a couple of the highlighters, the eye crayons, which are what I'm really excited about, and then some liquid lipsticks. From her other, just her regular collection, I also picked up her contour products. These I feel like came out from, I think they were her first two products that she ever came out with, and that's why I kind of figured we would try them out and see how they go. So I'm thinking we'll finish off my complexion and then move to eyes and lips. Okay, so the very first product we're going to try today is the Creme Contour in the color Tan. Let's go ahead, and this is the packaging. And so it's a twist up, which is nice. And let's see. Oh, can't tell if it's soft because it's soft or because it's like really hot. That's a really nice contour shade. So let's get to contouring. It's so soft. Maybe I should put the product in the fridge. Well, that's not even. It's okay. I take my beauty blender and see how this goes. Did that just blend out into nothing?
Where'd it go?
Well, considering I didn't do my nose contour very well, maybe it's a good thing that it blended out into nothing. Maybe it's not a deep enough color, but that really does feel like it's... Okay, let's try a second layer. So far, not impressed. Okay, I'm starting to see it, but man, that was a lot of product that I just had to disperse on. Okay, okay, now I'm finally starting to be able to see it after my second swipe of it. Okay. The next complexion product that we are going to go with is her powder contour and highlight kit. I have to say, so I bought it in the color medium. This is very substantial packaging. Like, this is heavy. Very heavy. It comes with a lot of product, actually. It's huge. Look at that. That's insane. All right, so there's 2 highlights on top and then 2 bronzers or contour powders on the very bottom. And I think what I'm going to do is, I do have 2 of her highlighters from the Camo collection, so I might just use the contour products to do my bronzer, and then we'll use these products instead. But as per usual with all of my reviews, I will try everything for an entire week and then come back on Friday and let you guys know exactly how I feel about them. So let's get to contouring. I did lightly set down my face with a little bit of powder, and I'm going to actually go in with the lighter shade first, and then we'll like really contour with this deeper shade. Well, that's nice. Blended in really smooth. No splotchiness. Okay. It has like a kind of a more orangey kind of an undertone. You can even see it on the brush. But I like that so far on my skin. It looks really nice. Very sun-kissed. But I'm liking this product. This is really nice. This is blending in quite seamlessly. And I am going to bring this down my neck just because I could use a little bit of color matching there. Contour color. And for the contour shade, I'm actually just going to go right underneath my cheekbone and really kind of go ham on this. And I'm going to bring it a little bit closer to my mouth. That's nice. Very contoured. Now let's go in with her camo highlighters. So I have it in Victory and Champion. So this one is Victory. That's Victory. This is Champion. So one's got a little bit more of a champagne color. The other one has a little bit more of a gold sheen. I am slightly curious. I want to see if those look remarkably similar to what is in her. That looks damn similar. Let's definitely take a look here. So there's highlight 1, highlight 2. Let's swatch these. But those colors are damn close. Dude. When you come out with a different collection, I expect those to be like different colors. So I'm gonna be, okay, I'll be totally honest with you guys. I'm going to be very harsh on this review just because, you know, her products are not cheap, and so they're certainly not drugstore priced, and so I want it to be like really good because I'm paying for the price, I feel like. So this does not make me very happy. I feel like, dude, come on, you came out with an entirely other collection. Like, it should be, at least the colors should be different. Okay, I'm done having a cow about that, so let's get to applying it.
It's ridiculously highlighted.
I mean, I like it. It's a good formula, I will say. This is lovely. You know, it's very highlighty. I really like the highlight. It works really well. Product-wise, it's fantastic. It's really great. I'm curious to see. It really does feel like the exact same formula that is in here, though. Let's get into eyes. This is the Camo Palette. It's a pressed powder palette. I love the greens in here. I love the color palette. This is really, really nice. So it comes with 12 different shades, a mixture, I guess, of mattes and shimmers for the most part. I will insert a swatch somewhere in this video. I'm thinking we go straight into the green tones and let's see what comes out of this. I need to get my eyebrows done. I'm very bushy. That is, I actually really like that. Like, even if I just left it like this, it looks so like, it's like a different kind of brown. It's like it's like mossy. It has a little bit of like, you know?
Well, the human eye can detect the most shades of green out of any color.
Really?
Yes.
Alright. Alright. Okay. It's picking up pretty nicely. Ooh. It's nice. Ow. It's nice. That's gorgeous. That's really pretty. Wow. It's like, I wonder if I can't tell, I can't quite see if the camera is picking it up. That's why I keep like looking in my monitor, but I feel like it has a beautiful, it's like that olivey, really, really nice color, but it's got like this gold shift to it that makes it really like, if you're nervous about wearing olive tones, it makes it very, very like wearable, and I really like that. I'm gonna hit this with a tiny bit of brightness just on the, maybe on the center. Go ahead and take this one here. That's really pretty too. Oh my. Well, that just, oh man. That's really pretty. That brightened up everything. Okay, I'm really impressed with this. When it was first announced that she came out with a camo palette, I was like, oh great, so it's gonna be a brown palette with like one olive shade in it. I was like, innovative. But this is actually really nice. I'm eating my own words right now. This is lovely. I really like this. I'm shocked. I have her eye crayons as well. This is in the color Take Cover, which is like a, we can just do a quick swatcheroo, which is like a bronzy hazel color. And then I also have it in Twilight Haze, which is more of a cool toned brown shade, which I really like. This is super nice. I'm going to use Twilight Haze and just lightly do my under eyes here maybe. We'll see how this performs. It's okay. It feels a little waxy though. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to try these during the week on my upper lash line. I'll wear them the same way that I wear my favorite like Makeup Forever cream eyeshadow sticks, and we'll kind of see how it goes. Let's go with mascara. So this is just her mascara in black. I thought about doing liner with this look, but I'm not going to, mostly just because that way you can actually see for the most part how the mascara is. Very standard makeup brush, going the wrong way again. Let's get to applying and see what happens. Okay, so we are done with the mascara. It's a very, very wet formula, and so I feel like it got a little bit clumpy when I started doing the second coat, but I don't hate it. So from here I have a couple of lip items that I'm going to go ahead and try. I did purchase all of these semi-matte liquid lipsticks from her Camo collection. Trooper on the left, Private in the middle, and then Warrioress on the right. That's really comfortable. It feels like very light on my lips. It's not totally drying down, which makes sense because it is her semi-matte formula. We are done with our first impressions of KKW Beauty. I will definitely say so far I think my favorites are the powder, contour, and highlight kit, which I only used the contour shades and then I used the 2 highlights, but I'm pretty convinced that they are the same. I'm going to do a little bit of research in terms of ingredients at least this week, and then tell you guys if it really is literally like the same, just in different packaging, because I feel like that's important to know. And then I think this palette is it's so nice. Everything blended out really, really well, but not in a way that made me feel like the colors were just blurring together, which I sometimes feel like does happen with eyeshadow palettes, like the colors can get kind of muddy. I don't think that happened with this, and I stuck mostly in the olive tones, which I feel like are actually kind of harder to manufacture. So far pretty impressed with this. The lipstick formula is probably, I'm guessing, not going to be transfer resistant. I'm pretty sure that this is going to move. Yeah, that's everywhere. So I'm not sure about that. I'll keep trying the contour stick as well and let you guys know, but all in all, some were good and some were not so good. So I will come back at the end of the week and give you a full analysis on what I really liked and what I didn't like and what worked during this week. So yeah, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey everyone, welcome back. We are at the end of the week and I have all of my final thoughts on KKW Beauty, or what I've tried basically from her line. I'm gonna go from like worst things to like the best things, because I just think that that's probably like a better way to show this. So my least favorite product out of all of her line is probably the contour stick. Mostly just because as a product, I think that you need a lot of it in order for it to perform. It's a very, very soft formula, and when you blend it out, it really just turns into nothing. And so I feel like as I was contouring my cheeks during the week, I feel like I just kept going back and adding more, and sometimes that's not really necessarily what you want from your products. You don't want to have to add inches and inches of product on your face before it actually contours your face or looks like you have something. Now, I will say if you are a beginner to contour and you are very, very nervous about it, you want something where you can, you know, draw the lines but not have too much of a of an effect or something like that, okay, maybe you could start out with something like this. But then at that point, I would say go for a drugstore product. NYX has a really, really great cream contour product, and I would just kind of skip this one altogether. Her semi-matte liquid lipsticks, I'm wearing, actually, I mixed two colors today. I mixed Warrioress and Trooper. And they're okay. They're semi-matte, so they're never really gonna dry down to the point where like it's transfer resistant. So, you know, it's gonna move around. And so for me, I'm kind of like, it's really comfortable. That's really nice, but I'm almost at the point where like it half does the job. So I'm kind of like, why? I will say I did really, really like her gloss. This reminds me very, very much of my favorite Alamar Cosmetics lip glosses. It's kind of one of those like thicker, stickier formulas, but it lasts. So this lasted through pretty much like drinking a ton of water, eating dinner, etc., etc. And so I really, really enjoyed this. And while the color of this I think is like very scary in a way, like it just becomes a beautiful like brownish nude on your lips. And I really, really liked it. So if you're looking at her lip products between the semi-matte liquid lipstick and her lip gloss, I think the lip gloss is going to be probably a little bit more worth it. I did do quite a bit of research on the highlighters. So they are different formulas than the highlighters in here. And you can kind of tell based on like the way that they look. I would say that the highlighters in this powder palette are more of that kind of sheer highlight. So they share a lot of the same ingredients. Let me just say that first, but the formulation is slightly different. So this I would say is more like a subtle highlight. If you're not really looking for something that's going to give you that gleaming effect that I kind of currently have right now on my face, then this would be a perfect formula for you. If you are looking for a highlight that is going to like bam, that, you know, something that's going to give you something like this, then I would go for her single highlights. I think that this, you know, so the cow that I had earlier this week when I was first trying these products out probably was slightly unjustified. However, I will say what threw me off is the fact that like they're literally the same tones. So to me that feels a little bit strange. Generally speaking, I would have liked to see a different set of highlight, like in a special collection like this, like with different undertones or different just like colors, like in terms of, I wouldn't necessarily just want like a light pink and then like a champagne gold. Like I would have wanted something that was just a little more, you know, something maybe that was like just pure gold. I don't know. The other thing I will say too is in terms of just reviewing this product, the bronzers actually were pretty good. I ended up liking the deeper toned one way more than this one over here. This one just became like really, really orange on my skin, and so I ended up reversing how I applied it throughout the week compared to what I did on the very first day when I was trying this out. So when I first tried it out, I was applying this warmer color and then contouring with this one. Instead, I went and did this pretty much just as like my bronzer, and then I added a little bit of the more warmer tone, the orangier toned one, to just give myself a little bit of warmth if I felt like I needed it after using this one. In terms of how long it lasts on the skin, I've actually been struggling a little bit with my skin this week. I feel like for some reason it's producing quite a bit more oil than normal. I would say sometimes I would notice it getting patchy, but I don't think it was because of the bronzer. I think it's because of the foundation that I was wearing underneath. I think just wasn't really quite adhering to my skin the way that I normally would have expected it to. So in terms of blendability, it works really well. Lasting power, still kind of up in the air, but I would say no worse than some of the other bronzers that I've tried and enjoy. In terms of her mascara, if you like really, really wet, like black pigmented, kind of clumpy lashes, like me, then I think you would really enjoy her mascara. And I believe it's actually on sale right now at Ulta. So if you're interested in this, go grab it. I really enjoyed it. I think that this mascara is also going to last me a long time just because of how wet that formula is. I don't really see this drying out for a very long time. Her eye crayons really, really surprised me. And I did finally end up getting Hazel in the mail. This one was slightly delayed for some reason. I really like these. Do I think that they perform as well as my standard Makeup Forever eye crayons? Probably not, just because the Makeup Forever ones are just so good and the quality of them are just so amazing. But these definitely stood up better than, like, for example, Kylie's Cream eyeshadow sticks, which I have trashed on this channel before. So I really enjoyed these, actually. I think that they don't really apply as smooth, I think, as the Makeup Forever ones, but in terms of like longevity and the way that they shine, I can't really find any complaints with these. So here's my thing. Do I think that there are other products out there that I would say spend your money on those? Yes. I would say don't bother with these, just go with the Makeup Forever ones because they're really good. Okay, let's talk about the big winner of everything that I bought here. This eyeshadow palette has been, I don't really even know how to like put this in words of how much I love this palette, and there are a couple of reasons why. Obviously with a camo palette like this, you wouldn't expect it to just be olive tones, right? Like there's a little bit of a cooler toned green that kind of comes into play here, but I just think that the way that the palette is laid out is really, really well done. And Obi agrees. In terms of all of the green shades, right, you have in terms of like the shimmers, you have 3 green shimmers. One of them has more of a silver, kind of a taupey color to it, and then the other ones have more of that warmer gold shift. So that's really, really nice. When you then look at all of the other mattes that are in here, you also have a variety of like cooler toned versus like warm toned. So the variety of looks that you can do with this that are very like totally different is really, really nice. And that's what I like so much about this palette. There were a couple of days where I just wore this super, super bright taupey color right on my eyelid for a very, very bright effect. I really enjoyed that. I really loved using this gold when I wanted to just do a very, very warm look. So I stuck this in the transition shade, this to deepen it a little bit, and just use this gold as an all over color. And I just think it worked really, really well. Everything blends beautifully. Lasting power is amazing. I really like the look that I even created today for this. And they're all very wearable greens. Like it's not like it's like it's not so outrageous that you're like, what the, I don't know what to do with this. This is totally wearable. A beginner, if you're a beginner to makeup, I think you could wear something like this. So yeah, that pretty much concludes this video. In general, my thoughts on KKW Beauty are very like, I don't know. I don't really think I would go out of my way to recommend any of these products to anyone except for her eyeshadow palette, and this one specifically, the Camo Palette. But if you're interested in checking it out, I guess you can. There's nothing really here that's like so bad that I would be like, but there's also nothing really here besides the eyeshadow palette that I would be like, you have to go get it, you know? So anyway, all right, that pretty much closes up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to like and also subscribe to our channel, and I will see you in our next video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Bro.
Just don't say dewy.
So dewy! You got punched in the face. Very mature here on this channel.